Welcome to the 7-Minute Job Interview Podcast, where we answer your job interview questions, resume questions, and provide job search advice in only 7 minutes. And now your host, Davin Goddard.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to the 7-Minute Job Interview Podcast. Now, this episode is for my college students and recent graduates out there. And as you guys know, the Secrets of the Hire brand, I also have the Secrets of the Hire podcast, and that's a more longer podcast in which I bring on guests and we talk about everything job related, specifically for college students and recent graduates. That's exactly what the brand is about. So you can go over to Secrets of the Hire, check out the podcast on iTunes, and you can check that out. But in this episode, we're focused on the college student. We're talking about the interview question. Tell us about your biggest challenge as a college student. Now, we're going to go over the same structure, what the interview was looking for, how to not answer it, how to answer it, and of course, as I always do, I'm going to provide you with a sample answer that you can use on your next job interview. So, interviewers often ask this question for entry-level positions or internships. Now, as a college student or recent graduate, there are many challenges that you may have come across. So, employers simply want to know, what do you consider to be a challenge? So this can be tricky. They want to know, what do you consider to be a challenge? So, something that's tough for you. They want to know some of the challenges you faced as a college student and what you did to overcome them. So it's not enough to just tell them, hey, I struggled with this, this, and this. No, they don't want to just know that. They want to know, what did you do? What initiative did you take in order to solve that problem? So answer this question by talking about a challenge you probably face in a classroom, organization, or during an internship. And it's also helpful to include, as I mentioned, what you learned during that challenge and how this can apply to the job you're interviewing for. You have to flip this question, guys. You can't just talk about the problems you had. You have to completely flip it. So also, make sure you talk about a challenge that most people will find challenging, if that makes sense. When you give your answer, you want the interviewer to think like, wow, that was a huge challenge. You don't want them to think like, okay, I found it a challenge getting up, for a 7 o'clock class. That's not really a challenge, okay? You have to talk about something that an employer will see as a challenge and how you've overcome it, because the employer knows that challenges are going to occur in the job you're applying for, and they want to make sure that you have the grit to really overcome those challenges. So this is how I would answer the question. One of my biggest challenges as a college student was time management. During college, I had a full-time schedule. I held office positions in various social organizations. I had work study, and I was having problem managing my responsibilities and staying on top of my priority list because of all of these things I was involved in. I soon realized that I needed to prioritize better. So I attended a few time management seminars and I learned a great deal of information. And ever since then, I keep a daily planner with me. Now, this has been very effective thus far, and I still use it to this day. It helps me stay on top of all of my responsibilities. And I'm actually glad that I learned this skill early on in college because I understand how important time management and setting priorities can be, especially in this position. And I understand that these skills are essential in this position, and going through that challenge has helped me prepare for the upcoming challenges that I know will occur in this position right here. Now, this answer is perfect because it covered a bunch of points. First point, you're talking about an honest challenge, and then you let the employer know that you have the ability to identify a challenge and find a solution to it, which is great. And then I talked about how I actually dealt with it. And then I went on to tell the interviewer what I learned from that challenge. And lastly, I talked about how the company will benefit from what I learned from those challenges and how I overcame those challenges. Now that's the structure, okay, guys? That's how you structure this answer. So use this answer in your next job interview and tailor it specifically towards your specific circumstances. And also, lastly, I threw a little bit in there and I showed them how active I was on campus. This is a great way to sneak that in there. I told them I had all of these responsibilities, that I took on all of these organizations, work study, this and that. This lets the employer know, like, hey, this person's a workhorse. I want this person. Okay, guys, so that wraps up how to answer the question. Tell us about your biggest challenge as a college student. And of course, guys, as I mentioned, the Secrets of the Hire podcast is for college students and recent graduates. And I have a free video course that will teach you how to stop getting your resume ignored, how to apply directly to employers, whether you're going for a job, you're transitioning jobs, or you're going for that internship. I will teach you how to make sure your resume reaches the employer directly, okay? So no more going through job boards, not getting a response from your resume, no more of that. And you can get free access to that at secretsofthehire.com. That's secretsofthehire.com. And of course, if you want a question asked on the show, just come over to secretsofthehire.com/ask. That's ASK. All you have to do is record your question into your mic or your computer, and it will come straight to me, and I will answer it on the podcast for you. So with that being said, guys, thank you for listening to the 7-Minute Job Interview Podcast. I'll see you in the next episode. Peace out.